Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pew, pew.
Baby, I just don't get it.
Do you enjoy being
Don't
hurt?
play! Don't play!
R&B, yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 yeah. Swagger dying.
Even if you ask for range and you say, no, you guys are stressing on international
No.
island. Susanna.
Mana tema.
Oh.
Whoa.
Ndichakutera.
Tera.
Ndiko kuskebeda.
Everything. Get you a Kandizi and Menashe who can do.
We do birthday parties, funerals, weddings,
Michato.
10-year anniversaries.
My steps.
No, because Pafina was Seiko Makanisia Ndirin.
Whoa. Dinendanga rero. Yeah. My memories.
Oh, what's that on you boys?
Natindi mwana wandino
Da
wewe wangu
wangu ngo usache so ndiani
that key change.
Natindi
mwana
oh there was that Boys to Men dude in the ndiwe mwana Do you know the thing that makes me sad is Panama Baby akatojigirwa nyaya yekuti boys rora
Oh yeah.
But welcome back because
back,
again we're about to go off in a tangent.
So hard.
Welcome back. We told you guys we are in our R&B era. I know if you're listening to this podcast on Spotify, you need to run to YouTube.
Go to YouTube.
You need to run so that you can see the fit, the drip. And here's the thing. No one spoke to anyone.
Uncoordinated.
No one said we are... Munashaba,
I'm feeling like Mr. Grey.
And in my plans, I'm going to yo. I may not do it, not nude. That was a my mind. Do nude is one that and this finisher.
Anon's monochrome muku.
What you say?
What you say?
You but not want to Tell us about your outfit, Monashe. What was your thought process?
So, I was just going for something toned down in terms of colors, something neutral. And I went with gray. Gray is safe. I didn't want something that blends and absorbs me into the background.
Right.
So
it also looks like you were thinking of comfort.
Yeah, comfort. I'm dressed for comfort.
Yeah.
I'm at home. We're here. I'm chilling with my friends.
Yeah.
I'm chilling with my BFFs.
But you still want to kill.
I'm just chilling with my BFFs.
We're not sacrificing comfort and drip.
We're not. What about you? Give us an insight on this. You look like you're
Listen, I was
monochrome.
I saw a few. I focus on the haters.
I'm for the haters.
My motivation is
I do it for the haters.
My
enemies.
Do you know what? Here's the thing. I really have to say we are very fortunate. You really have to go out of your way to find haters for our podcast.
Yeah.
There's just so much goodwill, good energy,
it's amazing,
positivity.
Man. It's amazing. The feedback has been astounding, astonishing stuff, guys.
We really have to go out of our way to say hey, there's somebody hating.
No.
It's just been encouragement. Hey, guys, let me try this, like the background, the one with the lighting, we appreciate.
That's amazing.
We
guys.
appreciate.
That's amazing.
Episode 10.
Episode La Decima. Look at that.
We're here.
Look at that.
BFF Gang.
That.
The podcast is here to stay.
It's I think it's solidified. And have you heard the chatter, chatter, the murmurs on the streets?
What are they saying? What are they saying?
Certain polls, people have been asked. The best podcast
Who you got? Listening to?
Fam. 9 episodes in. I think the tally says we're the best. 9 episodes in, no guests, no features,
nothing.
No, yo,
on some J. Cole thing,
album
platinum with no features. Bigger. Nah. Clap hands for yourself. Clap hands for yourself.
Editor Tega, to press a record Tega.
And that's the thing that people don't know. That's the reason. That's the other thing. Also, Pam no not famba by you know. But
and we leave that
so that you know.
No, they need to know that these guys are producing the beats, writing, releasing, distribution.
But we're here now.
We're here.
Episode 10, what we're working hard was our benchmark was by episode 10, we need to have a baseline of. Right. The only thing we are worrying about is the fashion. But if you notice, like we've gotten the studio to a point where we're like, you know what? This is decent enough.
Getting there.
Any improvements that you see, maybe there is one major improvement that's left.
Yet to
one
come,
major,
pending.
But everything else will just be marginal. You see,
it's fine.
We plan on adding music.
Yeah, we're gonna have tunes soon.
We're going to have tunes, so we're working towards that. Even if you see, like, I know we've worked it so well that people don't even notice that the last 2 episodes didn't have a theme song.
Yeah, we just got straight into it.
But the podcast is so fire. No one is like
Barura Express.
I feel like even if we were to add a theme song, people are like, please.
Couldn't be gaga.
No. But we've got some fire music coming your way.
No, it's heat. It's heat. I mean, we need to do the bangers justice. You know what I mean? It's only right.
It's your podcast.
It's only right. This is your podcast, guys. Welcome back, Bridge.
Yeah.
The
podcast you didn't know you needed.
Hey, shout out.
Yes, sir. When all everything is aligned, this segment you hear the money sound.
That Monzo.
Yes. So the first shout out, these are I got one day, so I'm going to speed through it. I'm going to speed through them. We have
Power
about 11 set of coffees. First set comes from PT. He says, you guys are doing the things, love the balance, keep at it. Tapinda leaderboard. And the balance ndala.
Yeah, balance.
Rumbi says, we're enjoying the podcast. Thank you, Rumbi.
Thank you, Rumbi.
Someone says your content is really good. You're already big, but when you get bigger, the new fans will have so much content to feast on.
Is it still that same someone?
I don't know.
But someone's been consistent, you know?
Do you know what? Palita board top 5 someone.
Just of that technique. You know?
Another someone bought a coffee. There was no message. They just bought a coffee and left it at that.
Okay.
Mala says, love from Houston, Texas. We need more Zimbos in the space. You are leading the race. Stay on top, daddies.
Boom.
Daddies?
Dad!
That is.
Don't do that to us. Please.
Please. Because the chaos that will cause. Master Stark says your stuff is so good. It's criminal not to buy coffee. Redeem Dawn says 2 coffees each. Yasara Mopa editor.
And it feels like listening to this podcast without buying a coffee. Cuba.
Central. Central.
Pirating.
Listen. Think of it this. Think of it that way. Someone who calls themselves a fan says you cheer up a lot of people and reaching a large audience. Well done, lads.
Thank you.
Tino Edzajringwe says, no relation to George Charamba. I refuse to go down for my coffee leaderboards. But Chimbowe Kwana Davakomana.
Okay. Guys.
Mvurui guy says, I bought you guys a coffee to support the Netflix dream or the Heartbeat vision.
Okay.
I don't know which guys are learning, but I'm supporting the shout out.
Thank you. Welcome to the leaderboard.
Welcome. Mvurui guy, I just read Mvurui guy. Nyati Menu says, I bought you 3 coffees and on the issue of my I love views from Anababa, iyo haimbobuda at all, perhaps in the northern suburbs. Ndakakura ndichitonzi usanditi daddy, please call me baba. My daughter calls me by my totem Munyati, and when it comes to I love yous, I try to use ndinokuda mwanangu. I want to promote our own language, and I feel I've done a bit better than the generation yana mdara vedu. But good show, guys. You keep outdoing yourselves. Keep it up. Bomb emoji, bomb emoji, bomb emoji. Chimdara. Nyati. Hella's bought 2 coffees. Says thank you for keeping us entertained.
We appreciate you.
Then.
Oh, do we have a whale?
This is the part wrestling.
Ding. Nekamyoka rifanike kweka kabata marasha. Hey, kaindichikisa Easter. Ding.
Because pakapindirwa nembinga.
The Undertaker.
Avon Lee boy came through and bought 100
coffees,
which is 500 pounds.
Jeez.
Kana pari pa Zimex ndova vanoti mushombodia.
Oh my God. Ndombinga guys.
Hanzi, I love the hustle. Ngati kuvare nema coffee handi.
And it's no kuara now.
Then he sends a message, a warning shot. Hanzi, all you mbingers out here,
jeez,
show up and show out, fam.
He's drawing you man out.
He said, can #2024 in a $sign be a thing? I don't know if this is a sign to say good ansanda pizza.
Hey, it sounds like he's only getting started.
Because if he's doing this in January, what about the month
diseased month like that?
What about the month of love?
Yo, to pay days it's just pasera.
He's like,
nah. Yo.
Nah. I can't.
Okay.
I can't fault you guys.
No.
You guys came strong in January.
No. That was superb. That was superb stuff.
I can't believe the BFF gang.
I love it.
You know,
what a way to open episode 10. What a way to open episode 10. Hey, there's nothing to do with among 10 my episodes.
You know, but how are you feeling, Dad?
I'm feeling good, man. The feedback.
Yeah.
Hey, last, I gotta give it to you. Political analyst, boss, muku, visionary, prophet, prophesier, overseer. 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 Hey,
I was stressed, man.
You may or may not have ruffled some feathers, my bro.
I don't want to lie. I was stressed.
How come? Where was the stress emanating from, my
because
brother?
It made me realize how. So that whole thing that I shared about e-week now, I felt comfortable sharing it here because I was like, you know what? It will be just
catching up a bridge with our people.
Our
BFFs.
Even when we put out the clip, I was like, you know, it will be within. I mean, I was like, you know, the probability of it is there, but I don't think it will be similar to an episode of propaganda where that's the only topic and
this is what we do. You come here for
it's sitting on 200,000 something views on TikTok. And
Instagram,
like not cumulative.
No. Solo
$200. And it's a myriad of opinions. People agreeing, disagreeing, and
I think for the most part, you were on point with your analysis, which is why it resonated so much with people.
The first batch were like because there wasn't any overwhelming evidence, right? Like
then the week
unfolded,
oh,
people were like,
my God,
shit,
prophesy. Even I was like, oh, church. Church.
No, we takagara mari.
Yo.
Church dinenge chitangwa ne offering ichivarwa ne offering.
You know what wants to tabernacle of baby Jesus.
Hey. Mahara kupinda but $10 kubuda. $10 kubuda. What are you saying?
No, but you really, because after that I went and I looked at it because you gave such an astute analysis and observation. I was like, oh, that might be. And as fate would have it, yo, Sandra Ndebele bang. The captions.
DJ Fantan.
The captions.
Bro.
The captions.
If the caption say ED delivers, like
what are we debating?
What are
we debating it? But you know what never ceases to amaze me? Yeah. What befuddles me time and time again.
Yeah.
And I guess it just speaks to the attitudes and nature of people's behaviors on social media.
Yeah.
Whilst a good proportion of people were like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. All the signs are kind of there. There was also a cohort of people, what is it with human beings and just feeling this bravado and being belligerent in the comments? Big man, you do not know Wicknell. You've never met him a day in your life. But here you are frothing at the mouth and defending this man.
And I tell you one thing, the funniest thing is if you haven't met Wicknell at this point, this is not how you're going to meet him.
This is not...
he's not going to go through these comments and say, be like, let me meet Van.
No, big man.
The people that are eating with that guy
big man
are not reading.
They're not
comments.
They're not even in the comment section. They're not even in the comment section.
Don't do that to yourself.
Please. Now everyone is seeing how just we're getting an inside front row seat into just how malicious you are.
No, it was.
How can someone just come out and say, "Yeah, I'll take a money, blah blah blah"? I'm like, big man. First and foremost, you are absolutely allowed to just come and say, you know what? I hear what you're saying, but I personally feel like Wickno has got enough money to do these charitable things as he's been doing so in the past, and then we can parlay. We can come back and forth.
I kept asking,
as it were.
My business, I don't deny, but
okay, fine.
Must tie some of
and what and their dealings.
So we can double check.
Do you know I couldn't find a response to that line of questioning?
Like, and another, even if there's only one business that we can run, an Intertech. But even with Intertech, I've never come across another Intertech employee that's not Wicknell. But that's neither here nor there. I don't want to...
Yeah, speculation.
That's speculation. But my biggest question was, even if you tell me good Wicknell and Mari, which he clearly has.
Of course, clearly.
Tell me where you've seen rich people
is that the behavior of...
By giving away their rich.
Fiscally responsible
5 million on random people. But that's that we could just spend the entire day. Fungisai liked a TikTok of ours.
Oh, before I get into Fungisai liking a TikTok of ours,
yeah,
I can't not mention this, bro. Yeah. I cannot.
What happened?
Zims, do you know how?
Oh,
do you know how? Oh. Do you know how much you would have had to hit the nail on the head for Zim celebs to post it, and then seconds into posting it, they think,
nope,
maybe not this one.
Nope.
They were about to hit a Kandoro Speaks, and they were like,
and do you know how many BFFs sent me screenshots of, oh shit,
Kandoro Speaks?
Do you know the lovely thing now about the BFF is like, we know how crazy the comments get. We were so ready to defend our boy.
Yeah, I know.
We were so ready to write.
They were about to draw out.
Because I got the notification, right? I got the notifications, this celebs, and I was so busy laughing like, oh my
God, this is a Kandoro Speaks.
We spoke this into existence. I got there like not available. I was like, hold up. What is happening to me?
They were ready to ride at dawn.
No, they deleted it so fast.
I couldn't believe it. Has that ever happened?
Well, not to us.
How often do you think Zim Celebs has ever felt like, maybe not this?
I think for them, like they're caught between that line of just posting anything and everything because it's scandalous and it gets them traffic.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, they remember, our bread is buttered at a certain address.
We say must jarin both slices, but
whoa. Waguta bataka mpana chimbozora. That was funny, man. That was
funny because I saw the notification and I was searching for it. I went to the page. I was like, "What was it on Facebook? What is this?"
Do you know? Like, so actually, it happened. So I got the notification in real time because I probably was busy fighting with someone. Then I went to the page and it had been, I think, up for like 3 minutes, and by that time. There was already people like, oh snap, this nigga spitting. Oh snap, this.
Those fire emojis.
Yo, there was fire. Like this, and then there were a few people that were like, black and forth. That were taking me, like, this is the black and forth podcast. And then when I tried to go back because I was formulating like,
okay, defense.
Do I just say thank you guys for posting, or do I? When I went back, it was gone. But by that time, I think enough people had seen. We had seen and the reason
that
why
speaks volumes.
The reason why I left was because I took a screenshot and I went and put it up on Twitter to say like, hey, Kandoro speaks as happened. When I came back,
it was gone. I couldn't believe it. I was like, raw.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. People in the last episode, they say they want to see more impressions. They really enjoyed the Trump impression.
All right.
On the Twitter, my impression.
Small.
But
I'm not an impressions guy, to be honest. I wouldn't say that's my steez. I think I'm a good mimic.
Is that not one and the same thing, though?
Not entirely.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose, maybe, perhaps, but
listen, guys. I have a big thing to ask. We are sitting on 6K.
6,000 subscribers.
Our target is 100K.
100K.
So that means 94.
94. But it means Zaganda skew by X, and people are like, do not set up it's not dying.
It wasn't Munashi, guys. It was me. It was me.
It
was me. I think Tasanga. No, but what happened is I was so excited. Right? It wasn't even a mathematical. I knew we were 90 something, but then I was still thinking about the 6K.
The 6. You still had the 6 in your head.
Right?
You're
I still had the 6 in my head. But the funniest comment from that was, don't make Zek guys. Don't make Zek. I was like,
hey, you man are funny.
You guys are funny. But with that in mind, right? I feel like for us to appreciate everybody subscribing, but we're still 50-something% of people that just watch and don't subscribe. I'm not worried about those people. They'll subscribe when they want. What I'm going to ask with you guys is, right now, as you're watching, before we even get into the Let's podcast, I'm asking you guys to stop right now and post the link of this episode,
please,
on your social media of choice.
Where you're active, please.
Yeah. If it's WhatsApp, post on WhatsApp stories. If it's Facebook, please help other people to connect. Like, hey, just say, check out these guys, check out this pod, so that the more ambassadors, because you guys are our ambassadors.
You really are.
The more people
That's
are
the only
sharing,
way you can break into new timelines.
Yeah. The more people are sharing, because your endorsement, it doesn't, we don't even need high profile. Those seem like tabadara.
No.
But you guys genuinely sharing because you feel some type of way. If you've found a part of this episode, record from your TV to your Instagram story, to, download those TikToks, those Instagram, share them.
Jungle affiliate program.
Exactly. So we have more stuff cooking for you guys.
It's
going to be exciting.
Yeah.
But we just want to make sure that
and
everyone is in tune. The likes.
There's a time when you guys endowed us with the 1,000 likes on the episode, but I
suspect with our people that are subscribed, those are the ones liking.
Yeah.
It's the new people that are not subscribed, are not in tune, but smash the like button.
Just hit the like button.
Let's comment, because that's how we cheat the algorithm, make
discoverable.
The podcast more discoverable on YouTube, on Spotify, my review buttons. We've been number one podcast in Zimbabwe ever since we started. We've been number one.
From episode 1.
We are top 10 in South Africa. We are top 5 in, what is it? Namibia.
Look at those metrics. 10 episodes in.
10 episodes in. Nah, it's all you guys, man.
It's not us.
It's all you.
It's not us.
All you. But let's get down to the down and dirty.
Let's get down the boogie.
Where do you want to start?
Let's groove.
Because it was a chaotic.
It's been a chaotic one. It's been a chaotic one.
Job Sikhala came back.
Job Sikhala back out. Free the boy. He came back. He came back from his long walk to freedom on a Mandela tip.
I was just like, Do you know, the first video that I saw of him doing that, I was convinced it was AI.
You don't know.
I was convinced. I was convinced someone was being naughty. Because it's a funny premise. He's been away for so long. He comes back. He does a speech. Let's tweak his voice to sound like Mandela. I was like, you know what? But then at the same time, I was like, you know what? I don't think there's anyone who's good enough at AI who has time to be making fun of Job Sikhala. But then
It reminds me of that Trevor Noah joke of Barack Obama and Mandela having that presidential voice. Because really, he did come back on that. He never used to speak like that, did he?
Brother, there is a video of him on the same day. He didn't speak like that a few hours prior. There's someone who whispered to... There's someone who shouted something and he was like, oh, and he panicked. That's coming from a position of panic.
He said, no, staccato. Yes. We believe.
It's like, what?
We believe in freedom.
Pachkurubi. Apa.
Ndakarungwa netsi kids for the freedom. Cracked me up is the amount of comments for every other comments. Yeah, you guys, yeah, I hear that. That's a good point King Kando is making, blah, 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 blah. Then there's and then in between that, there'd be the
Murgu. Do you know there's somebody I hate those comments. I hate those comments.
Because now you're giving niggas ideas, dog. Like, just consume the shit and move on.
And even aside from giving ideas, it's almost like you're wishing.
Yeah, exactly. You're putting it into
You're wishing me. Because I promise you, there's people saying the same thing from Zimbabwe.
If a regular citizen is saying that, and then someone who's looking to thwart some, like...
They feel justified.
They're like, hey, right? You see it too, right? We have to fucking pay these guys a visit.
They feel justified.
That's incredible.
I'm like, nah.
That's fantastic.
Nah.
But on the flip side, Kuno Chando. Hey, as you heard, Nedzoi, King Chole.
No. Well, what is Nedzoi is for somebody who's gone.
He's about, I mean, okay, fair enough. We don't know the extent of it. Okay, you know what it is when I say Nedzoi?
Yeah.
I say Nedzoi because isn't Nedzoi... I mean, I guess it is.
Nedzoi is
condolences.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I hadn't heard the word Nedzoi in a while.
Yeah. Okay, but it is still a little... I mean, you just got the crown put on. You just got the staff. Wapiwa the keys to the empire.
Man.
You've been waiting. Mom Zwago didn't want to die to start with. She been in there like... And then you get to taste it, and then you get hit with that bojongo.
Yeah, man. That was sad.
That was sad. Hence I had Nimatambudziko kind of sentiment to it. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but I felt for him.
I'm not a big fan of the royal family as a concept.
But damn, I was
because
like, damn.
Every time I hear, so on the news they kept saying the king has been, he's an outpatient, blase. But he's still going to be attending to his royal duties, signing government. I'm like, hold up. How much of the government doesn't function if this guy is not there? Because when you guys say, oh, Prince William is going to have to step into his father's role, to do what?
Now, here's the thing. This is one thing I noticed that the British do very well, especially when it comes to the royal family. They absolutely deliberately downplay their influence, and they go on about over 300 years now that they haven't gone against Parliament and RTGS. So essentially, they're just there for whatnot. Yeah. But prior to that, there was a time when there was a scandal of Charles's letters got exposed. That the nigger used to write letters directly to the Prime Minister on what he thinks and what he feels and whatnot. People want to say it's soft power and whatnot, but really and truly, to a degree, I think they influence British politics a lot more than is willing to be admitted.
Yes, and
100%.
Yes, but I'm solely looking at the redundancy of the concept of the royal family. Like from a redundancy perspective, if you look at what they give and what they get,
he literally just increased it. The one I think he literally I stand to be corrected there. I think he increased the allowances, the money that they're afforded or something of that sort, by £75 million. One of his first things that he did when he was
and the amount of land they own.
He owns the shorelines,
almost
incredible.
The amount of land, they don't get taxed, they don't get arrested.
None of that.
And so when you hear things like the amount of property they own, the amount of stuff they keep, and what they get out of, because the argument that I've heard as to why the royal family
tourism,
stupid
argument.
It's a very stupid and dumb argument, because I would even argue,
because you come here for tourism, you never see them.
I would
all you see is the buildings.
That's what I'm saying.
They could be empty and you can come see the buildings.
If they vacated those positions, you even have more, because now people are allowed to get in
and tour it like it's a flipping museum. Exactly. I would pay 20 quid to do a tour of, this is where Queen Elizabeth used to sleep. I would pay.
Mataba,
Abba, papi, Abba.
This is for Lobengula. But just and this segment was for everyone who was saying, "Hey, because
no.
Here's
Westminster. Indotogara pa ndinotoona castle yavo yaCharles on my yard.
But yeah, it's apparently Prince Harry is on his way to come.
He's on his way.
See his dad.
Come to see his pops.
They've had a strange relationship.
Yeah, because he was secretly removed from, because there's almost like a stand-in role. So should in the literally, like right now, in the event that the pops is not feeling well or is off on some other duties, they used to be able to step in and carry out them roles. But he passed it that Andrew, the nonce, and Harry stay away from Chinchedu. I'm going to fill in on that. Crud.
Yeah.
But he's back now, see his pops, and those are problems. I've always said when you're Prince Harry and you have stress or problems, those are real problems.
What do you mean?
Nara, when you have problems, my problems, the problems that I have right now, my biggest problems that I can think of, like what's bothering me, where's my source of stress?
Yeah.
A mere £100,000 can solve my problems. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But when you're
Harry,
when your grandmother is Mbuyalizi,
and
you've got problems, They're hardcore.
Because everyone has an opinion on them.
They're hardcore. They're real problems. They're actual problems. But, oh well.
The Grammy Awards were this weekend. Were you paying attention to that?
Not entirely. I mean, you can't hide away from these things. I heard Tyler,
Make me say... What the heck? What the heck? Oh, I love that.
I love that. I love that she's just so unapologetically Mukeda.
Do you know what? If Tyler goes on to be as big as she's destined to be and maintains that same cadence and way of, we might have a new generation of colored and black girls that just speak the way they speak. Because when it comes to these, as Africans, when it comes to these Nyaima accents and identity, we've had to twist ourselves to sound a certain way to make, we always crave that, when you speak so, did you go to a private school? She's there on the Grammy stage. What the heck?
What the heck? Yes, what
proper. Do you know, you close your eyes and you hear that on the radio, you're like, Muno kwake deal.
Antanga Eastern Cape, Breastside. 4 wins.
Paspe motor. Hey.
No, I caught that. What I didn't know, what baffled me was, what the fuck was Jube Junior Angel doing on the red carpet at the Grammys?
Oh, he was at the Grammys?
He was at the Grammys. And again, I was like, look at that. Remember when I was saying us and them men are in the same profession, bro. We're in the same line of work. We're entertainers. I was like, look at him. Look at him. He's on the fucking red carpet. Look at him. Uyu. Papa Junior. He's on the red carpet posing.
That's crazy, man. But
Beyonce is Satanist and the music
Illuminati.
is what not Illuminati.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know. Someone said there's a gospel category. I was like, no,
don't do that.
Don't do that.
But yeah, Tyler won best African music performance, I think, something like that. Same category that it Nana Davido.
Did you see Davido get stressed when the third, because he was nominated for 3, I believe, and when the third gong went, he was just like,
because I think the lie that we tell ourselves as performers is that we don't care about awards.
Lies.
That's a lie. If you hear any of your favorite artists saying good, even Drake Chaye, if he didn't care about awards, he wouldn't talk about it.
Did you not hear where do Jay-Z get peeved off on behalf of his missus for that? Mike Carter.
So
Mike Carter was
Noelle's Carter. Beyonce knows Carter. But hey, do you know what? The funny thing is, I always have to remind myself, whatever funny outfits you see on the red carpet, mataza ni mataza.
Of course. Drip or die.
Louis. Once you but one my favorite designing around in group was so nice. But I won a figure name a list of Zimbabwe.
Boom.
Louis Muvitori. Louis Opamashrinko. Louis Muvitori. My goodness, man. Who else? There were some big winners. People were complaining about Taylor Swift winning 4 album of the years. I don't care enough.
They don't care
about
enough.
That. Who else won rap? There was a kerfuffle about Nicki Minaj being announced as winner, but then it turned out it was Killer Mike who had won. I was like,
really? Grammy Awards, like, they did the Steve Harvey Miss World type situation.
They tweeted, then they deleted the tweet. They're like,
psych.
We are part of the Megan hive.
And then Killer Mike gets arrested. Guys.
What's that about?
What was that? I'm like, wango.
But Trevor Noah hosting for the 4th time.
Nice.
And apparently these were the highest rated Grammys in a very long time. 23 million views.
Okay.
Last year he did 12 million.
Oh, doubled.
Yeah.
Almost.
Doubled.
Damn.
Yeah, almost.
Would you take up such a gig?
At some point.
Would you host a Grammys, Golden Globes, given what happened to Joe Coy with the Golden Globes?
I'm more interested in the Emmy Awards, man.
Emmys.
No, but I don't.
No, but they're all the same thing.
No, I was
machine,
saying, in terms of, I'm more interested in TV.
More
than music and film.
Film, okay.
Yeah, I'm more interested in. But I don't think I would. I think it would be nice because people underestimate the stress that the nominees are in. Like no one is like in the first 30 minutes. I've been at the Zima Achievers Awards, right? Even on that level, everyone no one is in the mood to kick. Especially Dora, settle in and whatnot. So now imagine dealing with A-listers. Aba Zima Achievers were dealing with Munashe nominated in the Mchongoyo Awards. What Kandoro nominated in the Ningrin? But Tuto Ida Mchongoyo Awards. So when you're hosting and you're trying to make fun of, we in this room we have Kandoro Avagude Fedo Porter, I'm not going to laugh at your joke because you don't have stress.
And Mama do ceremony and go, my pay to play,
exactly. So double stress. So now imagine on that level, you're dealing with A-listers, bro. You are nervous because you don't want to offend anyone to not get any gigs after this. These people are stressed and uptight. They're not really in a laughing. It's not a comedy audience.
You're not Ricky Gervais big.
That's the thing. So I would be very nervous.
Oh yeah, no.
I would be hella stressed taking that job.
I would just read the teleprompter and dip.
But I think with Trevor Noah it works because he's such a fan of music. He was a DJ at some point.
He was.
Yeah, he was a DJ. So I've seen how he is singing. So he feels like you can see him. He's
got a good reception in America. They received him very well.
They received him so well. To be hosting it 4 times. I suspect next year will be his 5th. Maybe he'll step down after but he's entered a new stratosphere where he's executive producing things for Netflix. He's
gone
big
clear,
deal
man.
for Spotify and whatnot.
Gone clear. He's playing the game.
And he's playing it well.
I watched his latest comedy special and I was like, why are you playing the game? I was like, yeah.
My jokes, Emunu who knows kuti bank balance yangu does not.
Yeah.
Was the Trevor Noah that was trying. Brother.
He would have had some choice words.
Brother.
But such is the game, man.
Such is the game. When we get there, podcast, you'll be getting it. I mean, what podcast?
What? What? Divisive? What?
But there's something we spoke about it early on in the episode. Big day. Today.
It would have been man like 60th.
6 Feb. It would have been Leonard Dembo.
Dembo's 60th.
Yeah.
I'm just so surprised that he only would have been 60 today. He would have been alive and thriving and whoa.
I mean,
so he was that much younger than Oliver Mtukudzi.
Yeah. Let me confirm.
For real, because that's crazy.
Oh, damn.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So, Sister Ntajida died on the 4th of February. Today. Let me confirm. I'm trying to confirm Reshua Kuti. Today would have been 65.
Regardless.
Yeah. So the great Leonard Dembo would have been 65. Still, yeah. Do you have what do you have any Leonard Dembo songs that you?
I would be lying,
that come to mind. Is it one of those? The thing come up.
The thing with the Dembos and the man and whatnot. if I hear them, I'd be like, oh, yeah. I mean, I guess Chitekete. Chitekete.
Do you know zvawakangoti zizi mudiwa wangu chiko chauri kuronga?
If I hear it, definitely Nick guitar and everything, I would know it. I would know it.
I was raised on them.
Oh no, I mean
I was raised on them.
I mean,
do you know Nzungumuriwa, right? Nzungundamenya.
Nzungundamenya, yes.
Nzungundamenya is such a, because the concept of Nzungundamenya is
sort of prepared.
Yeah, it's they want this guy to get married, right?
Okay.
And people keep throwing him options, but he's like, wow. Why are you guys throwing these?
Don't do that.
I grew up thinking with love life he had ops. Because imagine hearing this 6-7 years, it's every day. I wish I could remember how let me remember what. Yes. Because I can't play that, because that copyright would be like,
whoa, monetization, whoa.
Hold on.
Hold up.
I grew up on that, and then I graduated into Babashiro. Do you know Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
Sarah iwe wangu.
Yeah.
Sarah iwe wangu.
That I know.
Come to think of it, Babashiro Jairi. He shot that video for Sarah, and the next batch of videos that he shot after. Do you remember the video? I know I stand up a veranda. So
yeah. I know it.
That was the next set, and then after that, the next
veranda
exactly.
Yeah.
The next set of videos that he shot, I think it was about 6-7 years later.
Oh, like that.
Yeah,
the man went big on videos like that. Wait, so Babashiro, he used to play with Leonard.
Babashiro was raised in Kiama Boys.
Kiama Boys? I know right. Kiama Boys.
So, Babashiro, there is a sleeve here where he is actually
in the cut.
Yeah, let's see which one it is. Yeah, so this is Nicholas Zakaria, Kiama Boys.
Because I knew Nicholas Zakaria and them, man.
So that's where he was raised.
Yes,
if you flip it, that's the... Yeah. So Babashiro was raised Chi-Town Boys. And Chi-Town is... So just in case, I don't know how it works, but this is what we're looking at. This is Babashiro, Nicolas Zakaria, Innocente Mujintu, and who's the other one? Yeah, I can't recognize the other one. But yeah, so they were raised in Chi-Town. He was groomed under Nicolas Zakaria.
Okay.
Then broke out in the late 90s, I think 1998, 1999, to form Orchestra Mberikwaro.
Mm-hmm.
Took a few band members, or they later joined them, I don't remember.
Fair.
But
was there no skirmishes? Was it a smooth, clean break-off, or was it a...
It looked... I mean, there's always going to... But it looked, for the most part... I've never heard cordial. Any...
Yeah, there wasn't
Nicolas Zakaria versus Alec. But I think the skirmishes come naturally from your protege becoming bigger than you.
Yeah.
You know, but not from any real place. You know. Because I think it's natural progression. There's a lot of people that left Alec Macheso to form their own bands. Never were as successful as Babashiro, your Flanco, Slow-Mos, your Shigas.
Oh, Slow-Mo went on to do something.
Do you remember the song that you played, that you said in the gospel, which was Masimba Mari? Do you remember? Do you know that was featuring Tongai Moyo?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think I remember that actually.
That was featuring Tongai Moyo.
I remember that actually.
So those were... Tongai Moyo was in a band with... Tongai Moyo was affiliated with Tuku at some point, like
like that.
In a discovery, like let me help you record.
Shit.
What? Most of these people's career draw like way back, man, like early 90s and stuff. But Zimbabwe has a rich music history. The crazy thing, though, is that there is a name that you will find on most of these records that says Botwo Nyamondera or B Native.
I don't know why that name sounds familiar.
This is the guy that was producing and engineering and doing the mastering of almost every pivotal Zimbabwean album that you've heard of. Especially beats, especially if he came out of Grammar, ZMC. He was involved in the decks.
Hey, producer.
So how crazy is it? Could this guy is not like how
icon big?
You get what I mean? Like you know how like in America you have your Rick Rubins.
Yes.
You don't even need to know hip hop to know that's an important guy.
That's big name.
You have your Dr. Dre's, you have people that
Timberlake,
Quincy Jones.
That's a Quincy. It sounds like more Quincy Jones. That's a Quincy Jones ilk kind of nigga. Yeah.
That's a Quincy Jones where you're like, what? How come that guy has
so no one knows what happened to him?
He's known by people that are interested in music.
But his legacy, he never had any kids. No.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know his history like that.
Outside of just knowing that nigga was
he was a fire guy. Because most of the things that I know come from a place of curiosity. Like, why is this name
always
popping up
on there?
So the minimal information that is available on social media will tell you like, he lives in the UK now.
Oh,
yeah, but
does he?
Yeah,
is he alive and well then?
He's alive. Oh, he's very much alive. He's not even that old.
That might be our guest. That's one of these.
That would be fire.
I would love to. Because geek out. You'd lose your shit. I
would ask him to sign all this.
Like, yeah, man, of course. You gotta get him to sign them and send a copy back to him. Yeah.
So all these things where it's imagine if we had a Zimbabwe Music Museum. Where you have a Madame Tussauds type situation of System Tajida there. You have all these iconic eras in Zimbabwean music. Safirio Madzikatire.
Here's an idea for you.
Yeah.
Something that is well within our remit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Museum, crazy. It's a little big, moving parts. But a documentation of it, just a documentary of that. There's a clip I saw from the 50s, and it's a group, I've forgotten the name of the band, but they were black. They was back in the day, like
Zimbabwean.
Yeah.
Bundu Boys.
I don't know if it's the Bundu Boys or what, no, but they're from Kudara, bro. They were actually making blues. Like,
were they performing? Because the Bundu Boys came and performed like in stadiums here.
Oh yeah, I know.
They were opening
for
they had apartments in London.
Massive.
Big Tembo.
Massive. So you see, that's what I'm saying. That because and this might be a slight digression, because the importance of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because it always comes up when people say, how do we make our own sonic identity, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you're right.
We can't make a sonic identity if we don't know where we're coming from.
You're right.
The reason why Amapiano is kicking ass the way it's kicking ass right now is because they know from like Valnana Digong and all of them ways.
You're so right.
Pansula, whatnot, Chichichi, up to where it is.
It's nicely documented. They can refer, they can sample.
And the sonic fingerprint into Nzwika, and it's all in samples. That's why I think Tanto Wavy should be cherished. Protect that man, because in 20 years we'd be looking back at Tanto Wavy and be like, hey, that nigga
he was on something. No, you're absolutely right. Like the problem that we have is that information is not preserved in Zimbabwe is political information. Even the information regarding creative and arts is I support a party in creative. kana kazoti free ningirikini akutonzi asina basa achatowine, which is problematic because now you end up having a slanted. Have you seen how, you know that story which Joyce Mjuru shot down the helicopter?
Yeah, I heard it was Opam Chinguri.
As soon as they kicked Joyce Mjuru out, they were
like, it's a lie.
On second thoughts,
we embellished.
No, they didn't even say we embellished. They said on second thought, it wasn't Joyce Mjuru.
They just I'm going to run Nyembe. I could give me that.
So like that, takuipa. You know, so I absolutely, all those shows when I cock on the beats. There was the show Maniangaine, this cool guy in Arthur Marime and the Chico. There was a show in Chuck Heart of Chuck Gnosis.
I know Chuck Gnosis.
Where it was a hip hop show back in the day. But there was another one that was on Saturday. Was it Cock on the Beat still? Because Cock on the Beat yakatangana na Teach Mataz. The mind is
Teach Mataz. Teach Mataz.
Teach Mataz was so cool, man.
He was so swaggy with it.
Do you know
Teach Mataz?
Do you know what Teach Mataz? If you meet him, Teach Mataz now, that guy is so charismatic. He will have you blushing.
No.
Because he will make you feel like he's known you for so long.
Let me tell you a funny story. One time I was talking to Teach Mataz. I don't know how, but I wound up on the phone with Teach Mataz, Kuda and I.
Yeah.
And I think I was actually speaking to Kuda. And it was like, yeah, I'm not blah, 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 blah. And we're talking with we're having a very interesting conversation. I can't really remember exactly because it's one of them fleeting ones. And I kid you not, he's talking in Basa and I'm smoking, right? I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, and I was like,
Kwete isusu mdaro. Story mroad scripture yenyewe.
Never ask.
Kumaseo.
Me? Never me.
What? No.
That was so funny. But he's cool. He's a cool guy.
No,
he's a cool guy. What was the name of that show? I've forgotten it now. Teach Mataz.
Teach Mataz was on Cock on the Beat.
He was cooking. Chipaya.
That's I was saying we need to collect all that information, right? All those shows.
ZBC archives. I'm sure
apparently people have been sabotaging those archives. We would think they are massive, but they have been depleted. People have been taking them and selling them for
Zimbabwe things. Hey,
it's crazy. It's crazy, man. There's another rap battle coming.
Oh, they're bringing them back.
The streets don't want the smoke that I had.
They don't want them. I mean, I gave Raycaz 24 hours to respond. He did it. It's been a week.
He said, "I don't want that smoke."
He said, "I don't want it. I'm sorry." He said, "I'm sorry."
Because I got more in the chamber.
Like, what did you? I'll duel you at high noon.
You know that Western.
When Gandor walks in, runs a pew 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 pew.
Hey.
Pew 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 pew. They don't want that. Who's coming up next? Who beefing?
I don't know the names, but let me just double check. I don't know these guys, but I suppose hip hop guys know them. And the link, the prayers and XPOZ. This is on the 24th of February. I should be in Zim. Right around.
Oh, are you gonna give us coverage?
I'll be in there. These two grand moms.
Could you?
Once why? Just to make sure niggas is, because I felt like in the last battle no one was doing that enough.
There was one guy who was doing that. There was one guy who was doing that, but he was such a snake because he do that for one rapper and then he do that for the other rapper. I was like, so whose side are you on?
What are you doing?
What are you representing? But I guess he took it upon himself. Nah, there's not enough hype here. There's not enough kukuchidzira happening here. Is that going to be still at the Magamba?
Yeah,
Motor Republic.
Motor Republic.
They're onto something with that. That's interesting. That's interesting.
There is a minister.
Who this?
In Zimbabwe that was grabbing the headlines because he allegedly left his wife for a sighting.
I mean, that's not news. Hardly. I mean,
I would like to think within this day and age, why?
What do you
mean?
Like,
what is the cost-benefit analysis there?
Look, bro, men will be men. Human beings will be human beings.
So I think if you're already in that mode, Yakuti men will be men. Men will be men.
Notice how I followed up by saying human beings will be human beings. Yeah. Because I don't want to just put that on men.
Yeah.
Because also, the sighting that he went and skipped off into the sunset with was very aware that he's a married man. Yeah. So it's
I would say to anyone, being a Zimbabwean minister is one of the most. It's like having a job per Game of Thrones. Kana pane basa rine minimal job security is that job.
I can imagine going into the table reads as a Game of Thrones actor every day. You're just turning the page hoping, I hope they don't chop my head off. Please.
Brother.
Please.
So why would you leave your wife, who's here contractually obligated to be with you through thick and thin, for a sighting who's only here for the good times?
I mean,
because this person is clearly here because of the bright lights. You've been made minister, that comes with perks and whatever, and nice. If you've chosen that, brother, that is not a reason to leave your home.
Fair enough.
There is enough evidence since time immemorial. You don't do that.
You don't.
If you're getting away with this,
Hakuna
mabaddies. I'm always, if you've decided to be a cheater, brother. If you've decided to be a cheater, there is code of conduct in that world.
Oh man.
You don't leave your family.
Man. You don't do that.
You don't leave your family.
Hey.
Because what happens? Next week, cabinet reshuffle.
You're gone.
You're gone. Chimbodzo stuff.
And you best believe that sighting, I was going on her roster.
Somebody comes to you.
You're never the only one
for
on
the
that
bright
roster.
Lights. In a country known as this.
When Magetsi go.
You
think Arushansa can do? You think Arushansa can do?
No!
Generator.
Solar. Hey, I'm trying to invent. I'm on that renewable.
I'm on that renewing sustainability.
Hey, climate change, innit?
Climate change, fam. No, say no to fossil.
I saw that and I was just like, so there's also rumors that I don't know, maybe let me confirm this before we say it. There's rumors that there's going to be a currency change. Yeah. I don't know in what shape or format. I don't know whether it's going to be Zimbabwe is going to be using US dollars exclusively or is going to be using, So
how would we have arrived at that?
Because the argument, the president came out and said the local currency has been devalued by 90%.
Oh, you don't say. Wow. Surprise.
No one could have seen this coming.
Wow.
No one
would have guessed it.
No one told you guys this wouldn't. So I'm trying to look for.
But with all his education and whatnot, what happens? Where do we go amiss? What? Chi.
I have opinions, but my opinions right now, I need to think a little bit on them because right now they easily lead into a defamation lawsuit. I have to think Rakadzama a little bit because God damn it. That's just using your brain for evil. You're like, I'm going to be Megamind.
You fucking Megamind, nigga. Pinky and the Brain. What do we do today, Pinky? Take over the world.
But
what?
Like, my goodness.
No, because it baffles me, bro. No, like, come on. Are you just being willfully?
It does not make sense.
It
does not make sense. But hey, guys, this has been.
It's been another episode.
Episode 10. 10. What? Cooking with gas, man.
No Prama stove.
Gas. No Prama stove. Cooking with gas.
Propane.
But I feel like there's pressure though.
Cool. How?
Because episode 11 and then we're going to fashion. Maintain a fashion.
We'll say it was just for episode 10.
Yeah.
We'll catch you in episode 20.
Yes. 10 episode interval. But kuri wanzi takachena pa episode 11 ndikoko.
Ndizvo futhi. Basitokana zvita futhi.
Ndikoko.
Basi on episode 11 ndokanga ta bless kone mangwe 1100 coffees. Come on.
You never know.
How can we know?
Hey, kudya stock. Shua ungati wapiwa 5y wopfeka hembe.
Come on. How am I going to wear Bero?
To tell you the truth, patakapiwa 5y takaenda ku Primark. Tikasvika vati tsekwenyu. Tikaenda ku MS. Tasvika tikatuka vanhu muPrimark tikabuda.
Tikati this is below us.
Tikaenda ku MS. But right. What are you guys saying?
What you got? What you got for me?
But
I need something tailored.
Inini ndokutaura shuwa kuri ndazoita mari imwe yaka. Ndienchenda pamawebsite eGucci, Louis Vuitton, ndotora madesign.
When is our
kuna maifafi
boss maifafi kuti ndingondiroera iyi
maifafi
ndine material yangu
anondibvunza ndia
kuti ndava ne 5 meters dzangu dzejira
5.5 ne 1.5
so ndoda kuti mundigadzirawo nemasocks acho futi nejira racho kana zvichiita
kana I want to tell you guys kuti there will be signs. Kana mari yavepo there will be signs. What's your thing? What do you feel like would be the thing? Have I asked you this before?
You've asked me this before, but I think I gave a very big, grandiose answer because the humility in me, I can.
Okay, what's your new answer?
But now,
since Tapa Duzi 500 pounds richer. What's your sign? Like, what's your blowing a bag?
I'm not sure blow a bag, but hey. No, but it has to be on the outside. Didn't I saka
yak
ka decanter in the middle here, whiskey rocks, chi aged
on
whiskey.
The rocks, no ice.
And then some with malaga. And in the lager.
So boys rarely paper roots rekuti anengari masese payday red bottle
brown bottle boom that would be me. Yeah, nika decanter kan chikurama ona yaro na Cat Williams people were like, hey, Kandoro went Cat Williams after last episode. He said, the boy said what he said.
Say what he said.
He said what he said.
But what are your signs, guys? Like when you get that money, what is the sign that people will know? Level not changer.
Abuzonogona ngakakura chilimitwa kunzi zveni musase ketchup yakawandisa.
Ndakura nshoro.
Ndogona kutangisa ketchup. Ndogona kutangisa ketchup ma cornflakes.
Every time I think of ketchup, I think boarding school. But that's another episode. Yo.
Yeah.
It has been another episode of Black and Forth. I've been Black.
And I've been coming forth. Yes. That's
something dirty about just putting
right. Coming in front of Forth. I don't know. Hey, man, like I said, That's now iwe nenjere dzako, and that's up to you. I will neither confirm or deny or refute claims.
But hey, we're here. We'll be here next week.
We will be back again, same place, same. You know what I to say? Kandora might even be in Zimbabwe, but we'll be back here.
My gets.
But this is science fiction. Paleta.
Laters.